Hey, what's up guys? Adam here. Today I have a hands-on demo of iOS 6.0 beta. So as you guys can see here, I am on iOS 6.0 beta on my iPhone 4S. I just downloaded it through my developer account. So currently you have to be a developer in order to download iOS 6.0 beta. But if you have a developer account, you can go ahead and download it, and I have it right here. So iOS 6.0 doesn't have any extremely large features. What it has is a bunch of small features, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys pretty much every single feature to expect when iOS 6.0 comes out in the fall to the public. The first thing I want to show you guys in iOS 6.0 is all the new application user interfaces. Some of the applications have drastic new user interfaces, such as music. You guys can see here it's all white, and when you click on a song, so that's the new user interface when you're on a song, and you guys can see that little metallic iCloudish logo right there. Next up is in phone. You guys can see the dialer looks way different, and it actually looks really cool, kind of that same white theme from music. Next up in App Store and iTunes, you guys can see here we have this kind of grayish UI all around, and that's the same exact UI you guys will see in iTunes, so there it is. Next up in the weather application, we now have a metallic blue background that you guys can see, and of course you can still click on all the different little individual days right there. Then in Maps, one thing to note here is Maps is no longer Google Maps, it's now Apple's own Maps, so they have a much different user interface, and you guys can see this is the 3D mode, and I'm going to have about a minute of coverage of this, maybe even more, in this video, so keep watching for more coverage of the new Maps application. Then YouTube has a small user interface change. It's just a little blue bar on the top. That's actually the same with a lot of different applications on iOS 6. And finally, Videos has a cool little UI change as well, and it's kind of subtle, but there it is. Next up in iOS 6.0 is Facebook integration, so you guys can head over to settings, and just like there is in iOS 5 for Twitter, there's actually now Facebook integration. So there's Facebook. You guys can very easily set up your Facebook account, and it actually integrates in a lot of different places of the OS. For example, if I go ahead and navigate over to contacts, all my different Facebook contacts are here, and I can go ahead and click on groups over there, and I can very easily hide my Facebook contacts if I don't want them. The Facebook sharing is also available through photos, so for example I'll click into a photo here, and you guys can see number one, there's a completely new share menu. So there's the new share menu, but you can also see that there's that little Facebook logo. And talking about the new share logo, there's mail, message, Twitter, Facebook, assign to contact, print, copy, and use as wallpaper, and that is a new share menu in photos. And the final place I'll show you guys with the Facebook integration is in Notification Center. You guys can see here we now have a tap to post button, and you guys can also see there's a tap to tweet. So for example, I'll just go to tap to tweet, and now we can tweet. And it just pops up like that. And then tap to post is very similar, and there's the tap to post. Next up, I'll show you guys the new changes to mail. So in mail, there's now pull to refresh. So there it is, just really cool. And there's also a VIP section, and you guys can see here. Quickly access mail from important people in your VIP mailbox. And I don't really have any VIP people, but I can very easily add them. Next up, there's a new application called Passbook. This is not actually done, but Passbook, when it is done, this is what it's going to allow you guys to do. So Passbook is for the stuff in your pocket. Boarding passes, tickets, store cards, and coupons. It's going to allow you guys to access all of these in one little unified application. It's going to give you guys notifications when it's time to, board your plane or whatever, and that's just a cool application coming in iOS 6.0, once it's out of beta, of course. Next, I want to show you guys the Do Not Disturb mode. This is really cool actually. You guys can turn on Do Not Disturb, and once this is on, you will not really be notified of different alerts and calls. It'll put your phone into silent, and you can actually customize Do Not Disturb under notifications. You go to Do Not Disturb, and you can schedule when it will turn on to Do Not Disturb mode. You guys can schedule it right there from a different time. You can allow calls from different people, repeated calls, and that is the Do Not Disturb mode. Very cool. You guys will also notice that we now have a privacy option in settings, and you can pretty much just customize your privacy settings for location services, contacts, and all that. Next up, there's new features with Siri. So let me go ahead and demo these. The first one is you can now access information about sports. How are the Florida Marlins doing this year? MLB. And as you guys can see here, it's very buggy right now, so that's not really working, but once this is out of beta, it will work. There's also information about restaurants. Can you make me a reservation at Bonefish for tomorrow at 8 p.m.? And there we go. It looks like Bonefish does not accept online reservations, but if it is with the service they're using to connect with Siri, it will work, and you can actually make reservations with your iPhone Siri feature. Then you can ask about movies. What movies are Adam Sandler in?
I found several movies with Adam Sandler.
And there we go, that is the movies feature. And here are all the different new languages. There's quite a few new languages, as you guys can see there. And those are pretty much the new features with Siri. Next up, let me go ahead and show you guys the new features with the phone application and when you receive a call. So I'm going to be expecting a call from Andre or PSNR and PS3 any second now. So let's wait for his call. And there it is. So as you guys can see here, you now have this cool little option here, reply with message or remind me later. So we'll reply with message and can't talk right now, and you guys can basically use one of these. So it's pretty cool. I'll call you later. And I guess it just texted him. And here's one more time, so we can remind me later in 1 hour, I guess. And there we go. And by the way, here's a little text message it sent when we just did that little text message from phone application. Can't talk right now, I'll call you later. And there we go. Alright guys, and finally is the new Maps application. Apple completely revamped the old Google Maps application. It's no longer made by Google. Apple actually made their own application, and this is what it is. So there's a lot of new features with the Apple Maps. Number one, there's a cool 3D view. And as you guys can see here, I'm now in 3D mode, and here are all the different buildings you guys can see in 3D mode. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, the whole world does not have this 3D view right now. I guess Apple will try to implement it by the time iOS 6 comes out, but it does work in, you know, a lot of places in California. There's actually turn-by-turn navigation in this new Apple Maps. You guys can see this right here. So current location, and then I have one infinite loop. And if I were to use this route, it would actually give me turn-by-turn navigation. And there's also a view called flyover, and it allows you guys to basically look at the whole world as if you were flying over with a plane. So there we go guys, that's my hands-on demo of iOS 6.0. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below, and hit that subscribe button above if you want to see more iOS 6 coverage. Anyways guys, thanks all for watching.